Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show a real good buddy of mine, Chris, how to use this delightful ECP3420 because he's not sure if he can make good espresso with it. So come on over here, Chris. Let's take a look. This is the machine right here, real nice one. Chris did go ahead and buy a bottomless portafilter as you see here, so that's good. I'm going to put that in the machine and let that just get warmed up a bit with the machine. Chris has also got a pretty nice grinder over here. It's this guy, the Virtuoso. So this Virtuoso is really neat because it has got a light inside. Is that not cool? So let's go ahead and grind. We are in a grind setting of about 6 or so. All right, so we're just gonna do some grinding. It's a pretty slow grinder, this Virtuoso Plus. But it does grind fine enough for espresso, which is nice. And yeah, it's about 1 gram per second. So we're going to take this now and we're going to make ourselves an espresso. Now what I told Chris is you need to do a little bit of measuring. So we're going to take this portafilter, we're going to tear out the scale and put it in 15 grams. Now I'm not super well prepared. I don't have a funnel, so it's going to be a little messy. But that's just how it goes. Espresso is kind of a messy thing sometimes. So what we're going to try to do is just get 15 grams in there. And again, you'll see here that it would be nice if we had a funnel. All right, so 14 grams. Oh, 15 grams. All right, so we got the grind dialed in, actually 16. We got the grind dialed in already fairly well. We did a few practice shots. It's looking decent. Now, we don't have any kind of distribution tool, no WDT or anything like that in this case, but we are using some nice fresh beans. These are from a local roaster called Collectivo. And Chris has got this tamper right here, just a cheap metal tamper, but does the job. You want to bring that over here one time, Chris? What you want to do is be as even as you can here with the tamp. Try to kind of place it around with your fingers so that you can tell that you're tamping evenly and then tamp down. In my opinion, the pressure is not all that important. It's about tamping evenly. So that's what the puck looks like right there, our 15 gram puck. We're going to put that in the machine. And the machine has been heating up already for a little while. Oh, we're going to have to add some water there, Chris. These are the beans right here. Collectivo Delta Mud. Doesn't that sound delicious? Yeah, but anyway, Collectivo is a pretty good roaster, and that way you can be pretty much ensured you're going to get some fresh beans. So let's go ahead. We're going to aim for a 1-to-2 ratio where we get about 30 grams out. And I told Chris, you can play with that a little bit, right? You can do a little bit under, a little over, depending on what you're looking for, but it's a good ballpark to start at.
You're ready.
You come down here with that sucker. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Actually, pretty decent looking shot. And my friend Chris was not really aware of the potential of this machine. But yeah, it's definitely got good potential. All right, so we're going to cut that off at 30. Right there. Let's take that out of there, Chris.
Getting value from this video? Please take a moment to like and subscribe.
Alrighty, so that is the shot right there. Pretty nice crema on there. What do you think about that, Chris? But yeah, that's our shot right there. That's our 2-to-1 shot, and I'm gonna give this a taste and see how it is.
Yeah, I can see why you definitely need some good lighting and things, because yeah.
Yeah, the good thing about this camera is that it's pretty good in low light. That's tasty. That's a really good one. It is kind of how I know Collectivo. It's got a certain kind of almost tanginess in there. It's a pleasant sourness, but it's not overpowering. And it makes for an excellent base for milk drinks. I'm getting certainly like milk chocolate, and I'm getting I don't know, just a pleasant kind of acidity in there. And then as far as steaming milk goes, what you want to do is flip this switch, wait about 8 or 9 seconds, then purge, then put the tip right there at the top of the milk and here off to the corner. If you would divide that up into 4 quadrants, the surface of the milk, put it in the bottom of one quadrant, get that milk churning as you see there. Should take about 45 seconds to a minute to heat up the milk, and you want it to be nice and glossy. As you can see, it's becoming there. Very nice. All right, and then when it gets really hot to the top, you just turn it off. Don't forget to turn this back to the on position. We're going to have to cool that off in a little bit. We'll swirl the milk a little there. This is going to be mine. But what we're going to do here is just kind of groom the milk a little bit by tapping it a couple times and by swirling it. And that's going to make it a little bit better for pouring here into this espresso. So you can give the espresso a little swirl too to break up the crema so that pouring the milk into it's a little bit easier. And you just kind of want to pour it in to incorporate it, and just do a couple little pours like that, and end with the heart if you can put one in there. And in order to cool it down, what you have to do is turn the pump on by turning to here and opening up the steam valve. It's going to catch the excess water. Let's cool the boiler now.
So what we're doing here is engaging the pump there, and we're opening up that valve. What that does is it pumps in ambient temperature water, and at the same time opening the valve will let out the steam and the real hot water. Let's turn it back to the on position.
So now it's not steam anymore coming out, but rather water, and now it's ready again for your next shot. So I hope that this video is helpful for Chris in the future, and I hope it's helpful for any of you guys out there with a similar setup. Till next time, I say happy coffee drinking, happy espresso drinking. Thanks, Chris.